Day 134. It's about 3:30. It's a little chilly. I had to wear 2 puffies when I woke up, but I'm down to none now, so it was just that, you wake up chilly sometimes. I think I snuck out of camp. Nobody made any noises while I was packing up. I went really slow. It took me longer than normal just because there were so many people so close, but I'm pretty damn sure I got out without waking anybody up. I take a point of pride in that, yeah. So there is a resort coming up in like 16 miles. I planned on having breakfast there the other day, but I don't really care. If it's close to trail, I might stop off and get some snacks and stuff because I didn't buy enough food in the last town. I'm trying to go a little lighter. I walked into one town with 8 pounds of food on my back still. Like, that's just ridiculous, man. So I probably have like 6 or 7 pounds on me now, and I'm going to try to maintain that or get a little lower. But I'm hoping that these resorts and stuff, because there's no towns in Oregon. Oregon evidently only has lodges, resorts, and camps. Those are all my next towns. They all say lodge, resort, or camp after it. So it looks like it's going to be pricey through Oregon, and I'm going to be eating even more crap than I normally eat. So candy bars for the next 500 miles. Doesn't sound appetizing, but hey, do what you got to do, brother. Do what you got to do. Let's see how far we can get before the sun comes up, man. Maybe find a nice spot for a second coffee, because we are in no hurry today. No agenda. I like that. I mean, breakfast would have been nice, but I don't really care about it right now. That just sounds weird to say. All right, let's go enjoy our morning. I think I see a fire going in the distance. Orange, it's flickering, it's really far away. Well, actually it's hard to tell. It could be like a mile. It's definitely downhill from me. I can smell it. I can't tell how big it is or anything, but it is the only light on the horizon. I have to assume fire. Well, I've been wanting to see one, although I expected larger. Maybe that's a new one. Oh. Maybe it's a small city. No, it's flickering a whole lot. Yeah. I don't think that's a city. The smoke has gotten pretty thick. Not only can I smell it, I can taste it. I can see it, actually, which normally you can only see it off in the distance. What's that glowing? What's that glowing? Not an animal. Oh, it's a telephone pole. I know that pattern of dots. Anyway, I am breathing through a mask right now. Well, my buff. I got it wet. It's over my mouth. But yeah, telephone pole. I'm getting good at recognizing my shiny stuff at night. But yeah, it's kind of bad. Even as a smoker, this is too much for me. This cannot be healthy. Figures, I just dug a cat hole like 1/4 mile back, and then boom, there's a bathroom randomly out of nowhere. Whatever. And the smoke is glowing pink, which means the sun is probably rising. I don't know, maybe not. It's like 5:30 or 6 at the latest. Moon's still out. Man, it is smoky. So in about 11 miles is that resort, but it's not right on trail. I could jump off trail, and there's a lake, and the town is on the left side, the trail is on the right side, but there is a trail that goes all the way around the lake on the left side going through that resort. But I'm probably going to skip it. But then a few miles after that are rental cabins. And I guess I don't really need anything. Maybe some power. Maybe they have outside outlets I can swipe a little power from. I always, get a little bit of that when I can. And that would be around my sleeping range, 17 miles from here. I might make it a little farther. It depends on, terrain, how my feet feel, all that fun stuff. But since I have no real goals, I'm not pushing myself. I'm just going to wander. But I'll check out those cabins, because normally that would, mean things like maybe privies, unattended shower outlets, all the things I normally want. But since I just, got all that in that last resort, I don't need a shower for a few more days. Definitely don't need to do my laundry. I got so many socks now. I think I got 4 pairs of socks. 3 really good ones and 1 crappy one. But that can keep me out here for a while now, man. I can wear a pair of socks for 4 or 5 days before they start getting really gross. Man, when I was doing laundry the other day, I barely have any clothes nowadays, but I turned the washer cycle to large load so it uses more water, so because my shit's dirty. And I opened it up partway just to look in there, because no matter how many times you wring a sock out, say you're washing it in a river or in Ming's restaurant in their bathroom, using their hand soap, you will never stop wringing out what looks like chocolate milk. I don't care how many times you dunk your sock in there, soap it up, and wring it out, chocolate milk will always come out. So I was curious. I had 4 pairs in the washer. What's that look like? And a lot of water for the little bit of clothes. It was totally a waste. But opened it up, chocolate milk in there, just solid. I mean, the whole thing was disgusting. I should really wash my socks separate, like twice. But, now I was like, screw it. I've been doing it like this the whole time. But, yeah, it's pretty disgusting. So when you wash your stuff, a lot of times, like on the AT I haven't done it out here, except where I was forced to once at Hiker Heaven. Mix your clothes with other people's clothes. That's not going to happen anymore. I mean, because you're just getting all their filth all up in your filth. You get a little mixture going on. But when I saw how dirty just I made that much water, I'm not ever washing my clothes with somebody else's again. Oh, this is a new plant. It looks like this tree is growing little feathers. Or this bush. Kind of everywhere. But I have not noticed them until right now. Have I been walking through them for a while? I don't know. Feather bushes. Entering private land. The weird colored fireball in the sky has announced that the sun is up. Hard to tell. But, hey, I guess at least it's not fuchsia today. That's an improvement, right? 8 a.m. It's finally starting to get warm. Time for wardrobe change. I only have 4 miles till water, so I'm going to make second coffee now. Why carry the water when I can put it in my belly with some caffeine in it? Common sense. It's coming out of a dam, they say, a reservoir. So let's see what that looks like. Still just smoky as hell, man. I'm walking around the whole day like that. And it gets kind of annoying smelling your own breath. I mean, I brush my teeth and all that, but still, your own breath gets to you after a while. Fogs up my glasses. This is how I've been walking around most days now. Well, except I center the mouth on my mouth because it just looks cooler that way, but only sometimes. Like when I'm walking down the road and I know people are going to see me, I want to look like a monster. But, for most times I just throw it up over my face because I can't see what I'm doing. I don't own a mirror. But how much smoke does this thing really filter out? I don't know. Probably not much. They say that it clears up by Crater Lake, and it better, because that's supposed to be the best sunrise on the trail, man. So, there's been no really good sunrise. I've had some pretty okay sunrises, but, not enough. Especially for the amount of effort I put into that. So hopefully Crater Lake makes up for everything. It'll be all spectacular. I'll see Jesus over the water, all that fun stuff. We'll find out. So that is a reservoir. Assuming there's a huge lake on the other side of this. But the water is very foamy. Why is the water so foamy? You can see it all along the banks, just hanging on to it. There's a big old bubble of it right there. That's just disgusting. Oh, chunks on that rock? Oh, goodness. That's all foam. Those two things, chunks of foam. What's that all about? I'll drink it anyway. Oh, there's more foam. That looks like root beer float foam. I'm going to taste a little bit of it just because I'm curious. Looking at the map, it's a tiny lake on the other side, but there's a huge lake coming up. Also, that resort. It's only 1.5 miles away. Well, the trail that leads to it. And then it looks like it might be a mile or two down. And it is only 9 o'clock. Should I stop off there for breakfast? Should I? Yeah, I'm not in a hurry. I like breakfast. I happen to kind of be here. Well, we'll see as we get closer. I still have a mile and a half to think about it. And I'm not like hungry because, you know, I just kind of took a, second breakfast break. Well, not just, but, you know, only a couple miles back. Oh. See if I can smell it when I get close. That will help me decide. According to Gut Hooks, Hyatt Lake Resort is what it is called. Fancy. They will shuttle hikers. So if I can get them to pick me up and drop me back off, I will totally eat breakfast at their place, but I'm not willing to walk for it. So I just called them. I'm about a half mile away. Oh, they're calling me right now. Okay, so they just called me back. That was really nice. She's like, sorry, I accidentally hung up on you. She says they're sending somebody out here to grab me. So now I gotta hustle to the road because I made it sound like I was standing on the road. But you know, I'm pretty damn close. And I gotta put some clothes on too. That would probably help. I'm not naked, just the top half. All right, let's go get some breakfast. Dun, 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 dun. So this place is really nice. They came, they picked me up. They got there right as I got there too. Like I got there 30 seconds later. I had my shirt on and the dude was pulling up. Got me a big fat breakfast for $13. Really nice. They came over, just gave me the Wi-Fi password. Didn't even ask me. You know, it was like, hey, the password is. You know, it's really nice. I'm gonna see if I can get me a ride back to the trail. If not, you know, I'm cool with that too. It's only a mile or so down the way, but pretty sure they will. But I know it was a really nice stop. Quite glad I could do it. Actually, I gotta thank you guys. I mean, for those of you who have donated to me through Patreon and PayPal, thank you, because I wouldn't be sitting here eating breakfast without you. You know, I wouldn't be here without you at all. But even if I was out here, I definitely wouldn't be at a resort eating breakfast, even though it's kind of a small resort. You know, it's more like just a restaurant on the side of the road, but it's got some cabins attached to it. You know, cabins. Yeah. Anyway, appreciate it. So we come across the next water source, and it's a faucet that does not work. Evidently BLM came and turned it off for some reason. Well, ain't that weird? It's pretty dry around here, but you know, fortunately we're smart, so before we left the lodge, when they filled up our water bottles, they actually came to us and like, hey, do you need us to fill up your water bottles? They were like so hiker friendly. They knew what we needed and wanted. Put up with us. It's rather nice. Dude up there, his name's Hillbilly. He bought me a beer. I like people to buy me beers. Good old Pabst Blue Ribbon. I have not had a Pabst in a while, and a cold Pabst is actually pretty good. On the AT, most Pabsts that you get are warm out of the back of some dude's truck. But, you know, on a hot day, a warm beer, yeah, it works. I didn't have to carry it. So I hear there's a cool campsite in like 8 miles. So that's the goal. I sat around for way too long in that place, probably 4 hours. I should have left sooner, but I don't like being inconvenient, so I waited till all the other hikers wanted to leave, and I just left with them. I didn't want them to make a special trip for me. They made a special trip to pick me up, so I didn't want to ask twice. So, yeah, do another 8, but that'll put me, I don't know how many, I think I did like 15 miles into that place or something. So, I mean, that puts me well over what I really need to do. I only need to do 18 a day to make it to the end by October something, the beginning of October. But I ain't stressing about miles. 18's nothing to me. I can do that for lunch. In a log. Let's write a story together. I am way too lazy to go back and read all of this shit to contribute to the story because there's pages upon
nice
pages.
To, like, read the story later.
Yeah.
Click.
So yeah, when we're gonna film it and then read, and hey, there's pictures in the story. Yes, nice. Sexy.
That's the trail family that wants to smoke pot. They don't want you to go anywhere.
Is that what that is? I thought it was a tampon. I thought it was a tampon.
Come over here and smoke weed with us.
Yeah, come on over with sirens. I thought they'd be cuter.
Harpies.
But yeah, way too lazy.
Stitch already came through here.
Somebody stacked all this wood out here randomly. That looks like a fire hazard to me. So 'tis the season for Sobos. I've been running into a few of them today, you know, actual bona fide people that started where I will end and end where I started. You know, it's that season. They start late because I'm not exactly sure why. I know on the AT it was a weather thing. You know, you didn't want to do the whites and all that in the certain months. But people still do it. Early riser posts hold through that shit in July, I think it was. Opened up one door and there was a block of ice chest high that went all the way back. When I went there, it was just a soggy basement. But I have to assume it's weather that does it. Maybe these cascade locks. I don't know what a cascade lock is. As far as I know, lock is either a Scottish lake or a way you transport ships from, one body of water to another. So I'm not really sure what to expect from cascade locks by name alone. But, I don't like to know. I can just guess my way through it. But it is nice to start seeing Sobos. You can tell you're looking at them and you're like, hold on, they don't look like a day hiker. They look pretty grungy. I bet you they are. And yeah, they are. For them, though. I mean, there's not a whole lot of magic. It's really lonely. There's not a whole lot of them. Going Sobo, man, it's way more difficult. Way more. I would not do it. And this trail is not nearly the social event that the AT was. But going Sobo would be so much worse. I think I would actually get lonely. So these random pockets of flies that I keep walking through. I walked through like a dozen of them. I don't know if it's some weird mating thing or something. It's very localized. Can you hear it? They don't touch you or anything, but it's just little pockets of them. This is at least a dozen that I've walked through. I don't know what they are. Flies, bees, I don't know. They move way too fast for me. Trying to find something called the Clum Landing Camp, or Clum. I think Clum. But I can't see a road to it. And the closest the PCT gets to it is, I don't know, probably 0.4 or so. I mean, I don't measure it out, but just going by the map. So I'm road walking because there's a road that leads to probably like 0.2 from it, and then I bushwhack from there. Oh, look at that orange sun. So unnatural. But I don't really know how to get there, but I've got GPS, so, I guess I'm going to have to bushwhack, but, these trees aren't thick. It's not really bushwhacking. It's just walking off trail. Oh, there's kind of an old road right here. Maybe that's the one that's on the map. I don't know why it'd be on the map. That thing has not been used in decades. But I can see that it was once a road. I'm going to follow what I'm on until I get close. Wander in. Now, it is a pay camp. So, I might get pushed out. I don't know what the security's like or anything. I'm going to try to get in there, set up and do my thing, pretend like I'm supposed to be there, and hopefully nobody questions anything. But, I don't know what to expect. So, let's go down there, check out the amenities, and see what I can get away with. I've decided to jump on that thing that I can tell was once a road, because, look how flat, and it goes on forever, but has not been a road in a long time. But it feels like it'll head where I want, opposed to the asphalt road. Plus, I don't really like walking on asphalt. It doesn't feel especially good on the knees and ankles, but it does get me where I'm going faster if it's at the right angle. Because they make things even more mellow for cars than they do for horses. Now, I'm not the only person been through here. There's a slight path, or maybe that's an animal path I'm following. Now I'm going with human. It's not like I'm the first person to take this. Come on. I don't know how well they show up on camera, but these spiders out here make these great domes. There's a lot of work into it. It's like a bubble that they live inside of, and they're very complex. Several of them in this tree. It's just hard to get a camera to focus on a spider web. But there are these bubbles of web that the spider hangs out on the inside, and the outside is sticky as hell. Because, spiders do get stuck in their own silk. They gotta walk on the stuff that isn't sticky. And I have to assume the inside of this is not the sticky silk, it's just meant for strength. Pretty cool. That's good work there, spider. It must take a long time. I wonder how long it takes you to build one of these. Oh, if I had time to just sit down and watch one of you. Oh, there's a lake down there with some cool shit going on from the strange orange sun. Oh, I bet it'd be a killer sunset over there. We'll see what it's like when I get to the lake. You know, if I'm not allowed there, I can always just come back here. This is like a beach down here. It's hard to tell through the trees. But yes, that looks like a beach. I can hammock up in here, go do some naked swimming. That's the only way to swim. Picnic tables, bathrooms, and nobody around. I was kind of hoping it'd be like this. I don't know what day of the week it is. Oh my God, look at that. What? Even with all the smoke, that's beautiful out there. Alright, so I'm going to walk by there real quick, get some pictures, take a looky-loo, feel how warm the water is, and then go find somewhere to camp. See if I can find some of the peeps I was walking with so we can all crowd together. Seems like it might be prudent here instead of being all spread out. It's more obvious that way. But hell, I can pretend to stealth camp in my bright-ass banana hammock. Is this an animal trail or a people trail I'm walking? Because if it's an animal trail, there are some well-used animal trails through here, which, you know, I'll pretend it's all deer and not bear and mountain lion. It's people. Why wouldn't it be? This is a people kind of place. People kind of places draw bears. No. It's really nice out there. There's little islands. The water, you can tell the water's so much lower. Like the lake we were around earlier at that resort. You could tell that thing was just so shallow from where it was supposed to be. And they've also warned us in gut hooks not to drink any of these waters because there's chemicals in them. Oh, that's a fire bucket. I was like, what's that bucket doing there? I'm going to wander to the beach, see what I see. But there's plenty of camping around here. What if they have bear boxes? I might actually bear box in this place. And it's not trusted. It seems like, you know, something that would draw bears. It looks well used. Has faucets. That's really nice. Does that mean the bathrooms are flushable? What would that? Oh, that'd be asking way too much. Let's go see what else we can find. What is this? I guess that's a little thing to cook on. Huh. Never seen a little one like that. Yeah, but they got everything. They got fire rings, fire ring, and the metal fire rings. Anything goes in this camp. Wonder. Decided to screw looking for anybody walking down the beach. This is a good enough spot for me. I'd rather sit here and eat some sandwiches than search for people. I mean, I was hanging with some pretty cool people today, good conversationalists, you know, new peeps for me. But, you know, we all get along really well. But I'm not willing to walk a space I don't know, because on the map, you know, it's got the little symbols and all that. And the actual symbol for this place is still like 0.2 or 3 up the road. But this looks a lot like a campground to me. So I'm going to stick with it. And I somehow doubt, I'm going to check out the roads around here just so I know where somebody might drive in from, so I can keep an eye out in that direction. And figure out a place to maybe slightly stealthily hang up the banana hammock. Sandwiches first.
I dig watching them cut off chunks and just fly away with them. You pretty much have to sit a piece of something you're eating down to appease the gods. And then it's kind of interesting watching them cut it into smaller and smaller pieces and just fly away with it like ants, but they fly. And they're totally related. Oh, she's got her chunk. Oh, greedy bitch is going for more? What? Oh, you just can't help yourself, huh? Can you fly with all that? Damn. You're a badass. Let's see how long it takes them to get rid of that whole thing. See if they come back for more. Not very many of them here. Normally there'd be 2 or 3 on this thing at a time. But I think it's the same 1 or 2 coming back over and over.
And then why would you ever carve Bob into a table? Like, if Bob is your name, are you really proud? Like, so proud you're like, people need to see that. My name's Bob. Hi, I'm Bob. I was here. You know, Bob. Okay, I find this strange. Maybe there are no bears. I mean, if you got garbage cans like this, you don't have bear problems. They even have tiny bits of garbage in it. Huh. So, they must not have bear problems or they would not have those. Let's go see how nice the restrooms are. I'll never know. They're locked. Aww. Aww. I wonder if the water is even turned on here. Comes out a little on the rusty side, but yeah, that's how you get your iron. I don't need a bathroom. Why is there a door on that side? Bathrooms are a convenience, a luxury, but I do not need them. Oh, even handicap parking way out here. Nice. And they get the special stone bench. Ooh, I like it. Oh, piece cut out right here so you can get your wheelchair in here. Oh, it's so nice. That's a good sleeping one, but yeah, I got a hammock, way more comfortable. But I do like sleeping on a picnic bench here and there. Okay, let's get set up somewhere and crash out and do that early morning thing, huh? From where I'm standing, I can see like 5 deer. So I better be careful where I pee tonight. I'm purposely going to pee somewhere, you know, over here to distract. Damn those things. There's a guy on the trail today with a crossbow, said he was hunting them. I was like, dude, they're everywhere. Oh, that one has 3 babies with it. Oh, I may take that back. I can see like 8. Oh, 3 babies. I doubt I can capture those in hunts. Nope. It's brown on brown. You can kind of see movement, but you can't tell they're deer. I haven't seen any babies yet. I think those are the first. And you see 3 of them together. She had triplets. Damn. From 3 different baby daddies, too. So I realized I don't really know how to get back to the PCT from here. And it's going to be harder in the dark. So I'm going to mosey on down the road and get into a better position to where it's easier to find the PCT in the morning. Because, you know, everything changes when the sun's down. So, might as well get to it. Turns out I'm 0.4 from where the campsite symbol is. So I'm going to walk down there. There's some roads, and then the road leads right back to the trail. So I'll just walk that in the morning. But I got to get in position. I've called in reinforcements. It's almost gone at this point. I'll leave for them. I kind of like these bugs. They don't bother me much. Sure, they want to share my food, but once you learn how to deal with them, they're pretty cool. So it's the Sugar Pine Campground, just in case anybody wanted to stay there. Not a bad looking place, but I'm going to check out what's down the way. But now I know where the road is, so I can get back on the trail, because they do collide like a mile up the way or something. So I'll just find a campground that is adjacent to this. I'm assuming the other campground is down here on the left. Oh, see, there's an old service road down there. Oh, there's more campgrounds down there. How'd I miss that road? Huh, well, there's all sorts of campgrounds down there. Damn it. I want to search their bathrooms. I wouldn't mind finding one with an open one. I heard there were showers down here, but I think that's the fancier one up the way. Oh, there's a car on that road. I hear one anyway. Got more of what looks like the same campground. We're in a gray water dump site. That's pretty gross. Little roads all over the place. Let's follow this one. I see other hikers down here. Let's check it out. Oh great, there's screaming ravens out here. Can't get enough of that crazy looking sun. Okay, back to exploring the bathrooms or showers, which I hear have very hot and high pressure water for free. Not that I really need one, but you know, my feet are kind of gross every damn day. I mean, they look bad, but it's really just dust that's embedded in. That is a huge feather. What bird does that come from? That's like the size of my foot. Huh. I got some geese or something around here. That's a nice looking feather too. We have any bird fights around here? Bird fight! Oh, nice. Okay, closed door. Look at this weird setup. Oh, this is like a prison shower. Not that I've ever been to prison. Shower, no, weird. Oh damn, they both come on. I've never actually seen a dual-headed shower. Decided I might as well take a shower. I hopped into free hot showers with dual action. One to wash my junk while the other one washes my face. I mean, great invention right there. If only I had one get me from behind, man. A little threesome in the shower. That's a foursome right there. Yeah, have me one of them. Okay, if I have some trees to hammock from that are nowhere near anybody else, so I can sneak out in the morning. I know my way, so it's kind of late. It's probably like 7:30. It's totally past my bedtime, so I better get moving. Good night. Okay, for realsy reals this time, this is my campsite. I'm camping away from everybody else. That's the closest people right there. I just met that girl over there. Her name is LOL because she laughs at everything. Everything I say is hilarious. Actually, everything everybody says is hilarious. I like that in a person. It boosts your self-esteem. Although I'm a funny motherfucker anyway. I mean, you guys don't know. You only get a taste of it through the camera. You know, because this is it's not scripted or anything, but still, when you hit record, you know, something changes. You know you're being recorded. As I keep saying, I need my own cameraman. Okay, up here.